Michael L. Dublin Sr. taking a Friday afternoon stroll um, based on an idea that I had when doing a follow up on our Jesus is Coming Soon um, Wednesday Bible study. And I wanted to kind of just walk a little bit through um, historic Oakwood, a cemetery that I'm pretty intrigued by because it has such a history, so many people, and so many ages, and it's just stories everywhere. And it's been quite some time since I have actually spent any time in Oakwood, but I had done so many years ago. Just walking through and have been quite intrigued by some of the headstones. The section that I'm in now um, is, I don't even know what you would call it. I just know that um, it's just one of those sections that I'm walking through, and it's the peace, the intrigue, um, and all of the things that goes with this. Of course, these are stories. These are memories of lives that were lived, and they live on. Although they have died and their bodies have been buried, there is this enormous set of people, this group of people whose lives will be forever enshrined in somebody else's life. And the beauty of it, the uncertainty of life, the intrigue of life, not knowing who we are, not choosing rather the parents, not choosing whether to come on this earth or not. And unless a person commits suicide, then we don't actually choose the day that we're going to actually leave the earth. And so whatever stories are being told under these names, they are stories that live on beyond walking through and the things that their families have said and still say and do. And come sit with us and let's think a while about all we've seen and done together, the people we've known, the fun times we've had, and all we've learned together. Jack and Mary McCall. Yeah, it's Jack McCall died in 2010. Mary McCall died in 2009. And it says teachers, mentors, friends, faithful servants of God. Again, if you kind of get some feel for the people just by that headstone and what was said at the headstone, but everybody else knows them to some degree. Nobody actually knows anybody else ever. We do get a better shot at it, but we don't get to know other people. That's another reason why we longed to be with God, because God knows us and God alone. And He will reveal to us, I believe, when we're united with Him, I believe then we will know. And all of the things that we want to know or need to know, we will know. So it's again, a part of the intrigue for me about how life is. The interesting part of death is that we grieve it. Although we were destined to die, we certainly grieve it because we were so fearful. We sing about heaven. We sing about somewhere beyond the azure blue there is a God. And yet we fear going to meet God. We don't understand God. So we're it's just a mystery. But eventually, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what I think. There's a resting place. And in that resting place, we will have a headstone most likely. Of course, there are circumstances in which you die when you don't get a headstone, but however it ends up, whatever happens, we're going to have a powerful journey that allows us to be able to share our lives, share our love, to actually be able to participate in what life is all about. I don't know what life really means. I don't know what all of this means. I just know that I'm on a journey. Everybody's on a journey. And as a result of that journey, we find ourselves needing to take a pause every now and then to stop, to think about life in general, and to think about all that God has offered us, think about the beauty of life, and we think about the ending of life. Just a few thoughts.